It's incredible. I like being able to watch him here, being able to like see him on stage again. He's back.
So what's weirder, being up there for the first time in a long time or seeing Grandpa in the club?
I want you to look at something. Take a look at Dave here.
Ow. You know what? Look at that inflammation. God.
Look at that scar tissue. Look at how effed Dave is. I'm sure that this is going to lead him to possibly losing his vision if it's not treated.
This guy needs help.
Let's get him in. Let's get David. Can you please send in David? David. Nice to meet you, Dr. Nassif.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Terry Dubrow.
It's been 5 years since my original surgery, and now I don't go anywhere without sunglasses at this point. You know, they're on constantly, and I really want to feel like myself again. My wife at the time was getting some work done. You know, watching her, I'm like, well, what if I was going to get something? What would you know? And she's like, well, the only thing on you that's a giveaway at all, age-wise, is your eyes, like under here. It was like some puffiness, like just, that you get, that like kind of fat underneath. So 2015-ish, I went in for the original one, the under-eye surgery. Where do I go? I went to the same person that did hers with good results at the time.
So you had a blepharoplasty?
Exactly.
I personally don't even remove lower eyelid skin because I'm afraid of the lower eyelid area.
Wow.
A lower blepharoplasty is removal of lower eyelid bags or removal of skin. This is an area that you have to be very careful because it's the thinnest skin on the entire body. I don't like removing any skin from the lower eyelid because it can result in disfiguration, and to fix this is extremely difficult.
Well, the left one came out okay, and the right one did not. So a couple months after that, went into repair, stitch it somehow and pull the eye up. And that didn't work. 6 to 9 months after that, did another one, and at that point did a skin graft. It took, but it just made this worse. So same doctor, it took 3 surgeries to repair this. I didn't have any of the scarring that's under here. That's all from her attempting to repair. That's about when we got to the point where I was like, that's it, you're not touching me anymore.
And so you don't have any visual problems?
I don't.
God, you are lucky.
Yeah.
Seeing your dad have this eye thing.
Not easy. He's like an outgoing person. He's funny, as you can see.
Totally. He's an entertainer.
Yeah, but since the surgery, he's a little less that.
Is this affecting your whole music thing?
I haven't been on stage. I haven't, since this happened, it's affected every aspect of life. If I could get it basically normal, I'd be thrilled. So
you want to go from where you are now pretty much to match the left eye?
As much as possible, yeah. It's been at least 5 years since I've even thought about being on stage because my eye, and now to be able to get back on stage after that time, feeling good like this, like I see myself again.
We're here to support David. It's his first time on stage since he had his eye surgery, and we're excited to see him.
Dr. Nassif arranged for me to get my under eye tattooed to get that discoloration fixed.
Amazing procedure for any texture of scars. Yeah.
I can definitely see a difference since it's been done. It looked great beforehand, without a doubt. It was amazing and a huge difference. But I think the tattoo fixed the color underneath it, which was like the last piece that it needed.
I have to tell you, no matter whether you're close or far, it looks fantastic.
I mean, it's incredible. I like being able to watch him here, being able to like see him on stage again. He's back.
So what's weirder, being up there for the first time in a long time or seeing Grandpa in the club?
Grandpa in the club, are you kidding me? Before my surgery, my right eye was disfigured and droopy, and I felt like I looked like a monster. I hid from the world behind sunglasses, and it affected my music career. But now, thanks to Dr. Nassif, my right eye is lifted and finally looks normal. It feels so good to finally throw the sunglasses out. Here it is, here I am, it just feels great.
My name is Sami. I'm a Lebanese pop star, and my nose looks like it doesn't belong in my face. It looks like a little baklava. It's a short nose. I don't have a bridge. The nostrils are very small. It's not aesthetically pleasing. I grew up in Lebanon. I always wanted to go to the States. I actually came to visit LA. I was screaming in the car, Los Angeles, I'm here, I'm gonna be a star. I started getting into music, and at that point, my singing career started. And I did a song which was accepted in a huge music festival in Chile. I became famous overnight. I had the time of my life. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey, my God. I can't believe you're here.
I was 25 when I went to visit Lebanon during the summer, and I had an accident, and my face, like, smashed into the wall. It's
Oh my God, it's like a rock.
It's hard, yeah. I went and saw a plastic surgeon. He said that he had to break my nose to straighten it and suggested that to build the bridge outwards, to put a foreign material called Gore-Tex. So I went under, and a week later, when he removed the plaster, I had a beautiful, gorgeous nose. Then I came to LA, and remember Sam, she told me, you know, you've got hair sticking out, why don't you get your nose waxed? I went to the beautician. She actually, like, pulls the wax out. It was beyond painful. Days later, I started seeing something protruding out of my nose. It was Gore-Tex, and it got infected, and that material started coming out. So that's when I had my second surgery, and I was horrified. I looked deformed.
How many surgeries did you have?
I've had 4 surgeries. My nose was getting worse and worse and worse. In 2008, I decided to see a doctor to have my 5th rhinoplasty, and he couldn't do anything. And that was it, and I had to accept it. I'm so grateful that you're coming with me to see the doctor.
Of course,
really,
of course,
seriously.
of course.
I'm hoping Dr. Nassif and Dr. Dubrow can give me my nose back. I would love to breathe better and for my nose to look better.
The silicone implant went to the side, so I had to get it done again in China, and then again in Poland, and then again last year in Armenia.
The bottom line is you want to get a nose that looks like Jamim?
Yeah, I mean, I want to do a lot of things. I'm going to Korea this year, so I'm going to change my face, V-line jaw surgery.
You can't make this smaller because there's no cartilage here. It's gone. Your nose already is as close as possible. You're done.
I'm kind of in shock right now. Dr. Nassif obviously is the best. So I kind of need to listen to his advice, but then I kind of need to continue following my dream to look like Jamin.
You saw me in your dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, stop. She's flirting. I'm telling you right now, she's
No,
flirting.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I am not a flirt.
I know flirting when I see it. She's definitely flirting.
Definitely flirting.
Norwood, give us a little timeline of when all this started.
In my brain, I thought my nose was too long. So in my brain, I wanted the nose shorter.
Over $100,000
Hey,
in
stop it.
surgeries to cut up his face, who was already perfect and beautiful.
Anyway.
Not as cute as you, but.
Almost every girl that comes in who's single, hits on Paul, there's something in the air in this office that's clouding their judgment.
I'm having issues with breathing and singing.
You're limited with your singing?
Very limited with my singing. The tone or the quality of my voice hasn't changed at all. But the ability to present those notes, it's very, very difficult.
Are you working on something now?
Yes, I am. And the producer I'm working with suggested that I wait until after my surgery.
Really?
To record.
So this is really inhibiting your ability to...
Can we hear a little bit of that?
Can we have a little sample?
She wants to have flowers just because.
Can you hear it?
Yeah. I hear a little bit of nasal, hypernasal, but also at the same point, I don't hear a lot of volume, pitch. I feel like it's constricted. What we have to do now is go in the exam room. I have to physically touch your nose, look inside your nose.
So you want to physically touch his nose as opposed to visually touch it.
Shut up. Claudia is coming to us.
Ooh.
I mean, there it is.
Oh my gosh, look at that collapse too, the lack of projection.
You know what the biggest limitation here
The skin?
is? The skin.
Yeah.
If you push that skin down, it can die right on the table. So let's see her.
Okay.
Can you please send in Claudia?
Claudia.
Claudia, nice to meet you, Dr.
Nice to
Nassif.
meet you, Doctor.
How are you?
Claudia.
Terry Dubrow,
Dubrow.
pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you're into the arts.
My family is a musician family, but I wanted to be an actress, like a soap opera actress. But then my parents just gave me an option, piano or piano. So I just stayed with piano.
Piano.
Which did you choose?
So what do you do now? Do you play now?
I teach
or?
piano.
Oh,
I
really?
teach. I have my piano studio and.
You ever take piano
I
lessons?
so my mom started me at the age of probably about 6 or 7.
Oh.
The biggest mistake I could have made in my life was quitting.
Yep.
I stopped getting the piano lessons.
So you became a pianist and you became a penis.
In front of 2 women, you gotta say that. A penis.
I just couldn't help it.
In a nice professional consultation, I wouldn't expect anything less than a pianist penis joke from Terry, who's usually just being a big anyway. Well, we're glad you're here with us. We know you started a journey of numerous rhinoplasties. Can you take us through that journey?
I always wanted to be an actress, like a soap opera actress.
So what happened?
My nose was not like a great.
What did it look like?
It was like a kind of like a little bony here.
You had a little hump?
Yeah, little hump.
Okay.
Yeah. Around that time, I did an audition in Televisa Center, which is the big television company where the telenovelas are made in Mexico. And I didn't make it. From there, I started just looking at the mirror and I'm like, what's wrong with my nose? And I was too ashamed that it was not perfect and pointy. By age 18, I had 2 surgeries. The same doctor. And he left a very natural looking nose.
Good.
But not pointy, not anything that I wanted like
You mean like one of the telenovelas?
telenovelas.
The actresses?
Exactly.
So what did you do?
I gave up for a while and then like, okay, I'm just gonna be a flight attendant. And one day I was working first class and Televisa owner was there. And then I told him, you know what? I went to Televisa 8 years ago and they didn't take me. And he's like, okay, just come see me. And I'm like, okay, this time I don't want to miss the opportunity. There was this doctor who was like the popular at that moment. And I went with him and he's like, oh, I can totally make your nose perfect to go to Televisa. I'm so glad you came. Let's do it. My nose looked smaller and a little fake, but it was okay. But the doctor then said, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I will do it perfect. I wish I've never done the 3rd and 4th surgery. That was my big mistake. When I went back to take the patch off, it looked horrible. I felt ashamed of my appearance. So I never went to see Televisa's owner. My nose ruined my telenovela dreams. I didn't know what to do, so I just put a smaller patch and skin color to cover all this mess, but for like 2 years.
You were still wearing the dressing on it, covering it every single day. For 2 years.
We never saw it.
Yeah.
She had it for a long time. She went to work with it, and we said, take the patch off. And she was like, no, never.
And then I called the best doctor in the city. That doctor, he did the best he could, but he said the 4th surgery doctors killed the cartilage here. And so it can just sink. And that's what happened.
What would you like to have done to your nose?
I think it's too short for my face, and the nose is too up. Like I would like it to be lower.
Lower. When we talk about doing a 6th surgery, the unknown is the quality of the skin and the blood supply. Because if we kill your skin, there's really no way going back.
Yeah.
No matter what I do, it will never look ever the same.
It's gonna be great, it's gonna get better, you're gonna be all right.
I think any telenovela star would love my nose.
Claudia,
Hi,
how are you? Please
Dr.
come in.
Nassif.
This is Claudia, that's Paulina.
Oh my goodness.
Look at her, isn't she beautiful?
Nice to meet you.
She is a piano instructor, as you know,
Oh,
and she's my patient.
nice.
She's 7 weeks out from a reconstruction
Oh my God,
rhinoplasty.
looks amazing.
I did number
6 and last one. Before my surgery with Dr. Nassif, my nose looked pushed up, my columella was disappearing, and I felt ashamed of my appearance. Now, since my surgery with Dr. Nassif, my nose has been lengthened. My columella looks completely normal, and I can let go of the guilt and move on with my life.